Shalom, Sister Shalom, Kohala Yahweh Ba'Shem, Hamashiach Lamalak Yahushai. All praises and honor and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Lord willing, y'all been holding it down through the Spirit, enduring. I'm going to start doing these Sabbath prep chats more often because it's been a long time. But all praises to the Most High. I want to just bring this out for a quick exhortation for sisters, a prayer to rebuke evil. And this was a prayer that a sister Nama wrote, and she sent it to me. And I feel like this prayer, once I said this prayer when I was pregnant with my son, I immediately just felt better. You know, when you say prayers in Hebrew, it hit different than, just English. It hits different when you say a prayer in English. But, that Hebrew, I don't know, it hits harder. It hits different. But this is a prayer to rebuke evil. And it's Yahweh, Aina, Yacha, Ri, Rakayim, Kawasapyam, Bwa, Ararayim, Shao, Ha, Ayabya, Mayawana, Bahasham, Shao, Yahushai. And it says, Most High, I rebuke evil spirits, witches, and curses of the enemy from us in the name of the Messiah. And you can also say, Bahasham Mashiach Yahushai, in the name of Yahushai. So this is a real important prayer to have because we're in the last days, and just how, we be fasting, and we be praying to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. You're going to have witches and evil spirits trying to seek you and pray to Satan just as much as we fast and pray to the Lord for the things that we need. So you're going to have those spirits on the left-hand side doing the same thing. I want to bring the scripture up. This is Ephesians 5. This is Ephesians 5 and 15 through 20. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. So we have to walk as wise women in this truth. And we have to be circumspect. You have to be circumspect in the truth. You have to be circumspect about the people that you bring into your life, about the sisters that you congregate with. You have to be circumspect because not everybody that claims they are in the truth, just because they come around with fringes and hair wraps, it could be a damn witch that can come around, or an agent, or a warlock, or whatever, come around dressed up in fringes, bearing gifts, got the nicest hair wrap on, etc., nicest dress on, and you might never know. You might never know. But we have to be circumspect, meaning you have to be able to prove people that you bring around you and your family. We can't be foolish women, but foolish women, we have to be wise, and we have to walk so like you're circumspectly, redeeming the time because the days are evil. Look at the times we're living in, y'all. Look at what's going on in this world. The Lord is really turning up the notch. And whether that shooting in Texas is a conspiracy or that whatever these, how some brothers and sisters might say, oh, that didn't happen. They might have brothers and sisters say, oh yeah, the shootings did happen. Either way, that's the Lord showing us that it's about to heat up. Things are heating up. These Edomites, they're going to try to take away our guns. They're going to try to take away a lot of our rights. So you can't even defend yourself. You're not going to be able to defend yourself physically, but the Lord is going to be able to defend you spiritually. Like the scripture says, wisdom shall be the stability of thy times. That wisdom is going to keep us stable in these times. This wisdom right here. Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is. And be not drunk with wine, wherein is excess, but be filled with the Spirit. You want to be filled with the Spirit and power, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. And also, when I think of being drunk with the wine, that's just not actually drinking a cup of wine. You also don't want to be drunk with the wine of the cup of Babylon, meaning the things that's going on in this world. You worried about the wrong things. Going to somebody's damn birthday party. Going to your mother's house for a cookout on a Sabbath day. Worried about getting, the biggest and the best promotion so you can stunt on people or whatever. No, that's all. That's being drunk pretty much off of the world and being drunk off of Babylon. All right, but be filled with the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Speaking to yourselves in Psalms. So speaking to yourselves in psalms and hymns and spiritual songs, singing and making melody in your heart to the Lord, giving thanks always for all things unto God and the Father in the name of Hamashiach Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. So we got to be speaking to ourselves, and I feel like that's a good way to really keep spirits away, is when you kind of meditate, when speaking to yourself, meaning that you're meditating on the law, statutes, and commandments. You got a precept that you meditating on throughout the day, or a chapter that you're meditating on throughout the day. You're meditating on a psalm, or either a song. You know how, like, I don't know about y'all, but like with my great grandmother, she was always singing psalms and singing hymns in her mind, like when she was cooking, or just always, whatever she was doing, she was always singing hymns and spiritual songs. And she said that, I remember she told me, when somebody was like, why you always humming in the kitchen? Why you always humming? And she was like, when you humming and you singing songs to the Lord, Satan pretty much doesn't know what you're thinking. Like, if you humming it, that's something between you and the Lord. And I remember her saying that. But singing and making melody in your heart to the Lord, and giving thanks, so always thanking Yahweh Bashem Yahushai for all the things that we have. A lot of us, we might not have a lot in this captivity. We might not have a lot, but we have to be content. And we have to understand, like verse 17 said, but understanding what the will of the Lord is. What's the will of the Lord? The will of the Lord is that we're going to, I don't want to says, I get the kingdom of heaven. And we're going to be blessed with having all the knowledge and wisdom and understanding and all the things that we want. All right, and I want to move on to this chapter right here. There's Matthew 10:16. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. And this goes back into touching what I was saying, that you gotta be wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove. Because you are gonna have people come around you that are not sincere, that might be a witch, like I was saying, but you have to be harmless. Meaning you can't try to call them out. You can't be, you can't just, don't be a nigger woman about it. You got to be circumspect and know how to deal with people accordingly. Meaning you can ignore people. You don't have to have people come around you. You can ignore people if you want to. You can, quietly brush them off. Say, oh, you know what, Shalom, sis, I'm not up to, going out with you today. Or I don't want to do this, that, and the third today. Or, I'm busy right now. It's okay if you feel uncomfortable with a sister or a certain situation, don't put yourself in a position where you feel uncomfortable. It's okay to say, no, I don't want you to come around, or, no, you know what, I'm going to separate myself. It's okay to be that way. Not everybody in this truth is sincere. Not everybody's going to be your friend. You're going to have witches and sisters try to come into your life that's not sincere. All right? And this is Sirach 11:29. Bring not every man into thine house, for the deceitful man hath many trains. So you might try to bring a sister, and this is not the case in all situations, but I'm bringing this up because this is happening in
all
Israel.
Praises to the Most
You might
High.
Bring a sister in your house, and the sister say, oh, I can help you with the baby, I can help you with this, I can help you with that. Next thing you know, all hell breaking loose in your house. Your husband come home, she got some damn lingerie on. You're like, what you doing here? Sisters try to seduce the brothers, and sister might even try to seduce you. You just never know. The scripture says, bring not every man into thy house, for the deceitful man hath many trains. You have to approve these people before you let them in your house. People will literally come into your house and cause all hell to break loose. And you don't know what type of spirits that people have on them. Then that spirit is lingering in your house. Like, that's why if you got somebody coming to your house coming to fix something up, or, you got the maintenance man, or you got people from the home insurance, or whatever, people coming in and out of your house, you want to make sure that you feel prepared that any spirits that they take with them, that they bring into your house, is going right back out with them. That you don't have no evil spirits in your house. That's why you got to say that prayer I said in the beginning. And my Hebrew isn't, all the way up to par. I'm not the best at Hebrew, but keep practicing that prayer and say that prayer and throw that prayer up every day. And this is 1 Peter 5:8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. So your adversary, Satan, they see that you keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. The Lord might send the adversary your way, just to see how you may handle the situation. But you have to be sober, and you have to be vigilant. Meaning you have to be sober, keeping these law, statutes, and commandments. You have to be circumspect about the things that's going on around you and the times that we living in. Because Satan is literally going to try to sift a lot of sisters out of this truth. They're going to try to see, oh, this sister isn't praying, this sister isn't fasting, this sister isn't reading. So Satan is seeing that, look, now you're going to see, I'm going to devour this sister. Now you're not in the truth no more. So you really have to be circumspect, sober, and vigilant in these last days. And this is the last scripture I want to bring out, y'all. It's Numbers 23 and 23. Surely there is no enchantment against Jacob, neither is there any divination against Israel. According to this time, it shall be said of Jacob and of Israel, who hath God wrought. So even if sisters might feel like, you got a witch amongst you, or an evil sister, that might be trying to do something to you, you might feel like somebody trying to put a spell on you, etc. But it says in Numbers 23, surely there is no enchantment against Jacob, or there's no divination against Israel. So the Lord, people can try to throw up curses on you. People, just like we throw up curses on the heathen, so the heathen going to try to throw up curses on us. So, but all of their curses and what they do is null and void, because at the end of the day, there's no enchantment against Jacob. But sisters, say that prayer and keep those evil spirits away from you. And Lord willing, the Most High keep, those witches away from you. And it makes me think about the account in Saul, where, remember when Saul had sought that witch? And how much more the Lord requires that which is past. Saul went out to go seek that witch. It's right here. I don't got it up. It's in 1 Samuel, when Saul went to go seek that witch, remember? And to go get, so she could bring up Samuel. So we're going to have the same thing. You got the same thing going on now. There's nothing new under the sun. That same witch that sought out Samuel is the same witch around the day, trying to cast spells on the sisters and the brothers, trying to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. But there's no enchantment against Jacob. All right, and I just wanted to bring that out, sisters. Be mindful, be circumspect, be vigilant about the people and the sisters that you bring into your life. Not all sisters are sincere. Be wise, be harmless as a dove, and prove people before you let them around in your house and around your life. And that's all I wanted to bring out today. Shalom, love y'all, and happy Sabbath prep day. All praises to the Most High. Kohalo Yahweh Ba'Shem HaMashiach Wa Malak Yahushua.